Good morning. Let's get started. So today I'm going to go over a little bit more of a serious topic. Most likely I did mention this a year ago when it happened. One of my family members and I were walking our dog when a dog we've never seen before bit my dog and my family member. Luckily both of them were okay. It was just a superficial, it's more like a warning bite than, it wasn't like a red zone case, but it can escalate if it's not dealt with. So let me get onto the server and I'll go do some grinding so I can just talk. So it looks like there's nobody on the server right now. Oops, let's try this again. Okay, so this is one of those situations where, the first thing that you ask yourself is, why did this happen? What do we need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again? And one of the first things, let me give you a brief history of my family. We did have a couple of German Shepherds, and they never were any problem. They were just the sweetest, kindest, loyal, protective dogs. So just to let you know, it is not the breed. It is the owner, or the previous owner, or the current owner. Just so something that just wasn't right. Now, to give you history, another part of the history, we did have a dog. And unfortunately, January 2020, she sadly passed away. She had multiple illnesses. Surgery, I know a lot of people are like, why don't you just perform surgery then? But, with heart condition, surgery was risky, and if she died on the operating table, we could never forgive ourselves, because we would have kept thinking, oh, she didn't have surgery, we would have had her for at least a few more months. Instead, she passed away on the operating table. We did not want to put ourselves through that. We did not want to put her through that. So we gave her painkillers, tried to make the last few months of her life as comfortable as possible. And she passed away in January 2020. So fast forward, 2 months later, in March 2020, every week we went back to the animal shelter, let them know, hey, our dog passed away, we need another dog. And we went through so many, most of the dogs there were German Shepherds, and we really wanted to adopt all of them because we know German Shepherds are a really, really good dog. But we can see, they have a lot of issues. Some of them don't trust people. Some of them, once they see somebody, they can't stop barking. And we, because my family, we're not like, oh, we're in our 20s, we have a new baby, we want a lively but dog. We need a quiet, chill, like a calm, calm and submissive dog. We need a very quiet dog. So we got a current dog. Current dog is, excuse me, completely different. So chill, doesn't bark, doesn't bite, doesn't lunge, doesn't run away. Basically, we keep forgetting we have a dog. He's so quiet and so friendly and so loving. Even the vet, each time we take him to the vet's like, my God, this dog is so loving, so friendly. Yeah, so even the vets, they notice that too. So, and then, as you know what happened on March 2020, I don't need to mention what happened. We were in lockdown, so basically, we adopted the dog. The animal shelter took the dog to the vet, had the dog fixed, and then we took the dog home, and then, bam, the lockdown happened. Oh, because we went all over the internet, who could train our dog? Nobody. You have to stay home. Don't go outside. So that definitely had an impact on our dog. Our dog is very, friendly, loyal, loving, but when our dog sees another dog, the dog's like, I'm not so sure about this one. So there is this, and our dog was only 15 weeks old when we got him. So obviously, the puppy was with their parents for the first 8 weeks. We don't know what happened between the 8th week and the 15th week. Something, maybe somebody thought, oh, this would be a great Christmas present, and then they got the puppy in the house, and all of a sudden, the puppy, it wasn't a good match. So, of course, we don't know. Animal shelters, even if they know what happened, they're not going to tell us. And I completely get that. It's kind of like a closed adoption situation. So we don't know what happened to the puppy between 8 weeks and 15 weeks, but all we know is this puppy is the right puppy for us. So fast forward, we had the lockdown. And also, since this dog was a puppy, we did not know whether or not he was vaccinated. The shelter vaccinated the puppy as though the puppy didn't get the right care. But the vets, other than that, puppy is completely healthy. No problems, So, fast forward, last year in December, let me start crafting some iron blocks here. So nothing went wrong. March 2020 through December 2022, so about almost like 3 years. No problems with this dog. And then, maybe what I should do is probably get that. So fast forward. December 2022, what went wrong? That's the big question. Because we need to know, what do we need to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? What happened was, we were walking our dog, minding our business, and I did notice an RV parked on someone's driveway. And usually that's not an issue, because we're like, whatever, It's their property, they can do whatever they want. However, what we didn't know was that there was a dog, a brand new dog, just newly adopted, 10-month-old German Shepherd puppy. We didn't know that dog was there, because usually you would think, because we've had German Shepherds before, they're very barky. But this one didn't bark at all. Just nothing. Because if this dog barked, then we would know, there's a German Shepherd, we need to, be aware. But no barking. And just before we know it, we turn around, we see this German Shepherd following us, and we're like, this is weird, And then before we knew, and then it happened. The dog, for whatever reason, gave our dog a warning bite. And my family member tried to, break up the fight, and my family member got hurt. And I saw a lot of dog training videos, and I did whatever I could to get that dog off of my family member and our dog. I couldn't. This dog was just dialed in. So I did the only thing that I could do. I screamed for help. Unfortunately, there were 3 people in that neighborhood that were at home. I'm assuming they're retired, or they're taking care of a family member who needs care. So one of them was able to get that dog off of my dog and our family member. And that person got that dog to the other side of the street and made sure that dog stays away from us. The second person said, hey, wait a minute, I know whose dog this is, we keep warning him, your dog jumped the backyard fence, is wandering around the streets. And then, luckily that same person also had his cell phone number. So she called him. He was at work. He said, oh, no, not, you could hear it on the cell phone. Oh, no, not again. So So I guess, when the neighbors warned him, he didn't take it serious. He's like, "No, just another dog." But she told him, "No, your dog bit another man and his dog." And they're like, "What?" He's like, "What? Oh no, I'm on my way." So he immediately got into his car. I'm assuming he was at work. He got into his car, immediately drove to us. He immediately saw us. He immediately said, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry about this." Then he went to his dog, and we exchanged information at that point. Since the wounds were superficial, we told animal control, "No, you don't need to come. We're okay." But yeah, a few days later, animal control did stop by our house. They got our statements because they need to know the whole story. What happened? So we gave him our rendition of what happened, and they said, "You know what? If the dog was barking, and kind of scared you guys, it would just be a verbal warning. But the fact that this dog actually bit you and your family member and your dog, we have to give him a written warning and then put the dog on, I think, quarantine for a few weeks. Make sure the dog doesn't have any diseases or or if this is a red zone case, which it turns out it's not. It was a warning bite, so." We told him, it was just a warning bite. It's probably like, just something just triggered that dog. Just. But yeah, the owner will be on probation for the next 2 years. So this month, the owner's on finish the first year probation. Then the owner is going to be, given random welfare checks, see where the owner is, where the dog is, who's taking care of the dog, where is the dog. So, yeah, we were lucky because, a few years back, 2 German Shepherds actually killed someone's dog near my hometown. So we do know, German Shepherds are really good dogs. But they need a lot of training. They need a lot of supervision. They need the right owners. You can't just adopt a German Shepherd, leave him in the backyard, and then hope that nothing bad happens. So it was a learning experience for us, because we had German Shepherds before. We never had any problems with them. But the fact that this happened, we're like, okay, yeah, it did. Not gonna lie, walking the dog for the next several months, actually, it was harrowing because I'm always hypervigilant, always looking, not just okay, I don't hear a dog barking, it's okay. No, every few steps, I'm actually looking behind me, seeing if there's a dog following us. As soon as I see a big dog on the other side of the street, I immediately cross the street. So it's definitely I can't say, oh, this didn't affect me, because it did for a while. And even today, I'm still like, once in a while, I'm actually looking behind me, because I can no longer assume that, oh, okay, I don't hear a warning bark, there's no dog behind me. So yeah. So it's a thing, our dog, we adopted him right before the lockdown, so our dog didn't get enough training, because, training isn't just, you gotta manhandle these dogs. It's like, no. Our dog is very chill, very sweet dog. But just, the fact that our dog wasn't socialized when we first got him, because we were in lockdown, we can't even talk to other people, we can't go outside. That probably affected our dog. And then the dog that bit us, December 2022, a little bit, we're no longer in lockdown, but at the same time, this puppy was a 10-month-old German Shepherd. I mean, why is a 10-month-old German Shepherd, back at the animal shelter? Because this could not have been the first owner. Dog must have gone through at least 2 or 3 owners at this point. What is going on with this dog? And then, we're still in, not lockdown, but we still have to be very careful around other people. We don't know if they might have the virus and not have any symptoms. So we're certain, what the fact that our dog didn't get the right socialization. Probably this dog also didn't get the right socialization. So, and then you watch, movies such as Planet of the Apes, where they say, oh, what happened was all the cats and dogs passed away. And I'm wondering, and that's where the apes took over. And I'm wondering if this pandemic is part of that, that warning. Hey, something's going to happen to your pets. It's going to affect us, because we are so dependent on our pets for moral support, because our dog could easily be a therapy dog. Everybody loves him. Vets love him. Other than the dog bite, we really don't have any problems with our dogs. So, yeah. I mean, let me know in the comments below, if you adopted a dog during the pandemic and if that affected the dog in any way, that in terms of behavior. But yeah, like I said, our dog is a sweet dog, no problems. But the fact that our dog got bit, and then the fact that the other dog didn't give us a warning bark, and yeah. And then again, it all goes back to the owner. He was warned several times, according to those neighbors there, they warned him several times, hey, your dog, jumped the backyard fences and walking around again. And then, the fact that the owner said, oh, not again, let us know. He didn't take it serious until he was told, no, you're not listening to us. Your dog bit another man and his dog. And then that's when he was like, oh no, I'm on my way back. So yeah, that's also a good thing to know. If your neighbor is saying something about your pet, you don't diss them. Really, really listen to them, because you don't want to get that phone call at work letting you know that your dog bit somebody and their dog. So yeah, last year ended on a really bad note. But yeah, hopefully the owner, will take things seriously. If his neighbors say something about his dog, he's going to really listen and realize, hey, I can't just leave my dog in the backyard and go to work or wherever he went. Yeah. And hopefully, I mean, I do understand, we gotta, we can't stay home with our dogs all day, every day. We have IRL stuff to do. But hopefully he did learn. He's gonna keep his dog inside the house, and if he can't be with his dog during the day, then have a family member, friend, or neighbor, babysit that dog, or not babysit, but dog sit that dog. But it's obvious that dog, that dog would be perfect for a police dog. The fact that this dog, didn't get any training, but somehow knew, don't bite too hard. You just give him a warning, nip. Yeah. So anyway, leave me your comments below. Let me know what you think. But definitely, yeah, I'm actually more hyper vigilant. I'm actually watching my dog's behavior. If my dog does something that he shouldn't, even though I might think, this is not a serious problem, I'm correcting our dog, because I definitely don't want this to happen to our family. I don't want anything to happen to, if you have a dog, I don't want anything to happen to your dog. If your neighbor tells you something about your dog, don't diss them. Take us seriously. And I hope everything is okay. Next episode, I will find a different topic to talk about. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Hope you have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.